Hi there. Welcome to Wetpixel Live. My name is Adam Hanlon. I'm the editor of Wetpixel. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. We'd like to thank Aquatica. Aquatica are a company that specialises in building housings, but also a wide range of ports, arms, and other accessories. Please go over and check them out. That's at aquatica.ca. They have a range of new mirrorless housings out, so please go over and check them out. First of all, to wish you all a very happy 2022. It's very early in the year so far. This is being recorded on the 2nd of January, so we hope that everything comes right for us in 2022 for all of us, and that we can resort to travelling and doing the other things that we like to do. 2021 has been challenging on many respects, but obviously we hope that 2022 will be a better year, and that we hope that your imaging goals become achievable, that your subjects are cooperative, and that you enjoy safe, enjoyable dives and safe, enjoyable, and productive dives this year. So that's from Wetpixel to the community that are watching these videos. So thank you very much. I thought I'd start off by, obviously it's very early in the year, but we have an important deadline to announce, and that is that the Underwater Photographer of the Year competition the deadline for entries is the 4th of January, and today is the 2nd, so you've got a day or two to get your images finalised and entered. Please head on over to UPY to check out their entry, the entry process, but they're waiting for your entries. So deadline is the 4th of January. UPY is obviously a competition that's judged by Alex and Tobias this year, Tobias Friedrich and Peter Rowland. It's notable that Martin Edge has decided to retire this year to focus on his family. So sadly, Martin won't be joining, but he's been replaced by Tobias, and Tobias was a very accomplished German photographer. So that's very exciting. So that's the first point. Please get your entries in as soon as possible. There's always a last minute rush for entries, which sometimes means that the IT bumps into problems. While we're on the subject, plans for 2022, I thought I'd talk about a few of the things that we've got going on, and this is specifically Wetpixel, obviously. And the first one is that we have 2 sonority photography workshops going on in conjunction with Under the Jungle in Mexico. Sonority is obviously a very, very charismatic and very interesting, quite challenging environment for photography. So it's certainly, I think, even if possibly sonority photography is not your major goal, but certainly, any kind of lower light shooting, creative lower light shooting, this is the kind of stuff that we're really going to talk about. It's being run, so in conjunction with myself, Natalie Gibb from Under the Jungle, and Thompson George, who's a very accomplished cave photographer, both based in Mexico. Natalie and Tom are both based in Mexico, and I'll be flying in for it. We ran one this year, which was a bit of a pilot scheme, with the travel restrictions it made it difficult, but it was amazing, and the results that the participants produced were stunning. And obviously we were going to build on that and get some more, basically build on our pilot from this year, and help people to achieve some amazing imagery in what's a very, very unique and beautiful environment. So please head on over. The workshops are running in April, May, and there's 2 of them, as I say. They're great. Head on over to wetpixel.com, click on the trips tab, and you'll see some more information about those, or also to drop me an email. I can obviously help out with that. Similarly, in May, June, so end of May, early June, I'm running 2 trips to the Egyptian Red Sea. And now, I know at the moment there's a huge demand for workshops, and I understand that because the sort of term workshop has unfortunately become somewhat synonymous in the diving industry with a dive trip, a photography trip. So I'm deliberately not, these are not workshops. I'm going to be on board. You're welcome to ask me questions. There'll be lots of other photographers on board, photographers, image makers. These things generally, I'm not going to schedule any formal learning, but are people going to learn? Absolutely. But they have the great advantage of just being geared around being photographically productive. So the goal is to go out there and shoot, see what you get, and get better and better results, obviously. There's no reason why you can't have feedback. You can have feedback, but there isn't any formal kind of scheduled learning sessions involved. Nice and laid back. We are deliberately booked a boat with only 16 berths, maximum of 16 berths, and we're not filling it. And this will give us plenty of flexibility. It means we're not going to have huge groups in the water. And, you know, the advantage of having the liveaboard obviously is that we will go to places that are photographically productive. So unlike the vast majority of liveaboard trips that often follow a set itinerary, we will go where the conditions are best and where we can best produce beautiful imagery. So yeah, we've got a few spaces, those say running May and then into June. Just by the way, that's the sort of time of year when the schooling activity at Ras Mohammed, so the confluence of the Gulf of Aqaba and the Gulf of Suez, where you get, well, pretty much anything can happen. It's an amazing place. That's normally the peak of the action. So we're hoping to bump into large fish schools that hang around there. Sticking with liveaboards for a minute, later on in the year, we have Damai 1, the amazing Damai 1 booked for trip to Raja Ampat. It's largely full now, but please feel free to add names to the wait list. Again, because it's a whole boat charter, you know, the boat goes not where we want it. That's not really the way to describe it, but more it will go, obviously we'll chat to the team and find out where's going to be best while we're there and get ourselves to those places. So it's very much designed around a flexible itinerary. It's not an exploration trip, it's a trip to get images. And so, you know, unlike some trips which, you know, day one is here, day two is there, we will go wherever we think is best. And I know in the past with Damai, you know, they've traveled great deals of distances at night, for example, in order to get us from one place that's good to another place that's good. So there's a great deal of flexibility built into the itinerary. So again, photographically productive, no formal workshop, and Raja Ampat, you know, I don't know, people often ask me where's my favourite place in the world. It's certainly got to be one of them. So it is an amazing, amazing place. And if you haven't dived there and visited the amazing reefs at Raja Ampat and tried to photograph them, it really is a place that you should go to. So yeah, feel free to get in contact if you're interested in that as well. Later on in the year, I'll be travelling to the Philippines with Atlantis. Atlantis have run Atlantis Image Makers. Again, it's a gathering of image makers. It is an invitation event, but very, very grateful to Atlantis. Again, they've invited me back, which is a surprise because I'm not sure I must have done something right first time around. So thank you very much, Atlantis, and obviously Marty Snyderman, who puts the trip together. And I'm very, very much looking forward to doing that. Something else to mention this is actually March 2023. We are scheduling. We've rescheduled our standard macro workshops. These are done in conjunction with Alex, and typically get booked up very quickly. And because of the rescheduling, some people have had scheduling conflicts, so on and so forth. So there are a few spaces available again if you'd like to reach out. So this is March 2023 in Lembo Resort, and it is a workshop. It's a formal learning event with Alex and myself. And so these spaces normally go very, very quickly. But there are a few available now. So please feel free to reach out. So lots going on, lots of opportunities. There'll be other stuff going on along the way, which we'll keep people in touch with. I'm sure Alex will be touching base again to say what's going on. I know that there has been some comments about some of the sound quality on Wetpixel Live, particularly the couple of episodes that we've had recently on video, and I felt that I should probably explain a little bit about the way the episodes are made. So both Alex and I have invested quite a lot of money in decent sound recording gear, lights, all the other stuff that you need. So you'll typically find that the episodes that Alex and I are involved with, you'll find the audio quality should be acceptable. When we approach third parties to contribute to this, then obviously we somewhat can no longer control the quality of the microphones they use. Now, the majority of episodes will continue to be Alex and myself. But occasionally, we will be using other people, and their sound quality may not be as good as you're used to. Now, first of all, for that, my apologies. I'm realistic. I understand that is something that reduces your enjoyment of these episodes, and for that I'm very sorry. But equally, all I would say is beg your forgiveness. They're a relatively small number, and the the fact is that we can't really, if we're going to attract people in to come and generously donate their time and experience to these episodes, we can't really then start dictating to them that they can have certain sound parameters. We're not in a studio, we're doing these things live, online, and so in different countries. So there will always be some elements of technical issues with sound, for example. So please bear with us, be patient. We'll always try and do the best job we can, but sometimes I think maybe we have to compromise some of the sound quality because the quality of the information that's being shared is worth having. So please bear that in mind. And we beg your indulgence with these, with any technical issues that might occur. So anyway, brief roundup there for some of what's going on in 2022. Obviously, we'll hope to see lots more of you during the year. Alex will be back on board as well, and we'll be recording episodes about all sorts of stuff. So please keep checking back. We'd like to thank you all for your support, and with that in mind as well, obviously thank Aquasca for their support as well. Again, we can't make these episodes without our sponsors, and look forward to hopefully 2022 will be the year that we'll be able to meet up with many of you underwater, ideally all of you underwater, but that may be a big ask. But if possible, as many as possible as you can, as we can underwater, and get to enjoy traveling and diving and seeing things and capturing them in video and still during 2022. So thank you very much. Please feel free, as always, to add any comments, suggestions, drop us a like if you enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you in the rest of 2022.